Hello, I'm Kathleen Hamilton, and welcome to my first Facebook Live ever. Today is an important day for me. I chose to do this today because it's an important day. Um, the first reason is that today is my 57th birthday, and when I kind of felt into that 57, I thought of that Marianne Faithfull song at the age of 37. And at the age of 37, well, because, 50 is supposed to be this 50 is supposed to be the new 30. But hi, Trina. And Pat, hey, hi, hey, stay with me. I'm doing my first Facebook Live ever, and I could really use a few friends here with me. Thanks so much for being here. Yeah, so I have been 37 and I have been 57, and 37 is a lot younger. Yeah, so this big first for me is in honor of my 57th birthday, and also in honor of the death of a woman who is very important to me, my mother-in-law. Her name was Doris. My two boys call her Grandma Doris, and I'll speak more about her in a moment. And the third reason, third thing that I'm celebrating is the birth of this new book. It's called Deepwater Pearls, and it contains the deeper truth stories of Charla. Hi, good. I'm so glad you're here. Stay with me. I'm doing my first Facebook Live. So this book, Deepwater Pearls, contains the work of 12 women writers that I have been working with, and also some stories by me. And so I had the inspiration to do 12 gifts of memoir, each representing the 12 writers, the 12 brilliant women writers in this book. And then I'm going to do a bonus training to represent me as a 13th writer. So here's what happened. So yesterday in my morning pages, I write morning pages because that's kind of my way of meditating and connecting with my inner muse. And I often get my best ideas that way. And so the idea that came through to me was to offer these 12 gifts of memoir beginning on my birthday, because it's kind of fun to give gifts on your birthday. So that's why I'm starting today. And to run them right through to the other side of Christmas. And the idea is of the gifts is what are the benefits of writing memoir? Like, what are the results and the rewards, the gifts of writing memoir? Because a lot of people want to write memoir. A lot of people want to write a book. I think the statistic is 3 out of 5 people have an inner longing to write a book, but very few people actually do. And memoir is the hottest genre of writing, like the fastest growing genre of writing, because people love the intimacy. They love the personal connection that comes, the revelations that come from memoir. We love to be with a narrator who's really going to take off her mask and show us her humanity and what her life is really like. But what I hear from people, even though they might have a story to tell and they feel an inner calling to write their story, what I hear from them is that they they have a big fear. Even though they have a calling, they have a fear of being vulnerable, and that level of exposure, and the possibility of upsetting other people. So they let those fears stop them from even starting. And I totally relate to that, because I used to have those fears too. And it took me a long time to begin writing my truth. And so I've stepped through those obstacles, and I help the women that I work with to step through those obstacles. And certainly all of the women who are published in this book had that life-changing experience of meeting their fears face on, and allowing them to dissolve, and becoming empowered to write their truth. So in my morning pages yesterday, the day before my birthday, so my inner muse said, everyone is well aware of the reasons not to write memoir, because of all of that vulnerability and exposure, and fear of upsetting other people who might be involved in the story, or what came through to me was, why not share the gifts of memoir? Why not share all the ways that writing memoir has transformed your life, and the lives of the women that you're supporting to write their truths? And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 12 gifts, and then a bonus training. I have this really cool self-development tool that I'm going to offer you. It's been something that's really changed my life, and I've never taught it to anyone before. So I'm going to do that on the 13th day. And so yesterday, when I first got this idea, I said to myself, okay, if I'll sleep on it, and when I wake up tomorrow, if I still like the idea, I'll do it. Because I'm trying to train myself to just, sleep on things, see if it still feels good to me. So I woke up this morning, and like I said, it was my birthday, so I was feeling good. I was feeling all kind of like lovey and languid, because my my husband and my son spoiled me, and I got lots of, beautiful birthday wishes, and I was feeling good, and I was feeling generous. And so I decided, yeah, okay, I'm just, I'm going to go on and I'm going to do it. I don't know how to do Facebook Lives. I've never done it before, but I'm just going to go on and do it. And, hopefully the fact that I don't know how to do it is okay, because what I'm actually going to offer you is going to seem valuable, I hope. Anyway, so I decided that I would do it. And then the phone rang. And with the phone call was the news that my beloved mother-in-law, Doris, had died, suddenly of a heart attack, very unexpected. And, so the next few hours became about, me at home with my son and my husband, and us sharing stories about Doris, and just memories, and what, she had meant to us and means to us. And, Tim calling around the continent to his siblings to give them the news. And so then, of course, I was thinking to myself, well, will I still do the Facebook Live? I mean, I had gotten the guidance to do it, and I thought I would. I had decided to, but now this death, and will I still go on? And so I just checked in about that, and the answer that I got and if you would, Charla and Pat, if you're still here, if you would just like type into the comments if this, if you can understand this. Like the message that I got was, we don't know how much time we have. Like you don't know how long you're going to be here. We always think that we have time. Oh, I'll get to that. Yeah, I really want to do that, but not now. And Doris had always been a big supporter of my work. She came to all my performances and all of my readings, and she, was a big supporter of women's empowerment. Lise, hi. I'm so glad you're here. I'm doing my first Facebook Live, and I'm in the middle of a story right now. I hope you can stay for a minute. Charla, yeah, definitely understand, because the thing is, we think that we have all this time. And so if we have something inside us, like maybe it's a story that we want to write, maybe it's a place that we want to go, or a message that we want to share, and if we think we have time to wait. And so what came through to me today with Doris's death was, don't wait. If you're called to do something, do it now. You don't know that you're going to be here tomorrow even, right? So yeah, a tender day today. So I'm just going to move ahead to the first gift now. The first gift of Memoir, as I see it, the first gift is that you get to be heard and understood and liked. Those are actually 3 gifts in one, but let's just think of them as a package. You get to be heard and understood and liked. One of my clients that I'm working with her to write her book, and she said to me in a workshop, I just want people to listen to me for a change. And we all smiled about that, but the thing is that is a deeply human, a very deep-seated human desire to be heard, to be listened to and heard. And if we're being honest, we also want to be understood, and we also want to be liked. So I just want to tell a story about me and my mom. So if you've read any of my work, or if you know me, you know that I'm not a member of the Happy Childhood Club. My mother and I have been estranged for most of my life, and she has made it clear to me at various times, and even when I was quite young, like from the time that I think probably the first time she told me this, I was 13. She said, I don't like you. And so what happened for me is, I internalized that, and I told myself the story that I was not likable, that nobody, like if your own mom doesn't like you, how they say, she had a face only a mother would love. The implication being that of course your mom likes you. So if your mom doesn't like you, so what I thought was that I was unlikable. And so, I realized I've come to realize that I was probably showing up in the world in a way that showed that I didn't expect to be liked. And that has been an amazing, unexpected gift to me of writing memoir, is that, you know, when I've written my deeper truth stories, and I mean, I don't hold back. I reveal my flaws, that people have heard me. They've actually understood me. And big surprise to me, there's a certain percentage of people who read me and actually like me. And so I'm wondering if anyone relates to that, like to the feeling of like not really being, of thinking that like you're not worthy of being liked. And it might have to do with some secrets and shame that you're holding. So that's what that's just something very personal for me that has been truly transformative in writing memoir, in writing my deeper truth. And it's pretty sweet, I have to say. There's a quote, I'm pretty sure it's Eckhart Tolle. I'm just going to paraphrase it right now. Hi, Marco. And Kathy. Hello, Kathy. So nice to see you here. I'm just kind of wrapping up, but I've been sharing the first gift of memoir, which is that the writer of memoir, if she writes a deeper truth memoir, mind you, I do teach a method called deeper truth memoir. If you write a deeper truth memoir, you get to be heard, understood, and liked. And okay, so the quote that I was going to share with you from Eckhart Tolle, this is how I remember it anyways, was if her past were your past, if her pain was your pain, if her perspective was your perspective, there would be no need for forgiveness. There would be understanding. I've always loved that. And you know, I feel the truth of that. I wonder if you could put in the comments if you feel the truth of that. That when you deeply understand someone, there's no need for forgiveness because you understand. And that's something that connection occurs when you, between writer and reader, with a deeper truth memoir. And one thing that I wanted to say too, yes, Charlotte, so you totally agree, yeah. And you know too, because you've had the experience, like Charlotte has three stories in this collection, in this new anthology. And yeah, that experience of writing through vulnerability and achieving that level of honesty and connection. And Pat says, yes, yes. So, and one thing that I've noticed too, you know, we come at memoir from different angles. You know, for me, I kind of come from a sort of an artist's background. You know, in terms of like, you know, I used to write screenplays and poems and stage plays, and I really wanted to share my own personal truth in my art. And I know people come at it from different angles, and more these days, you know, entrepreneurs and business people are writing memoir because they understand that know, like, and trust factor. Because you know how when you read, I have a cat that's meowing. You know how when you read someone's memoir and you finish the book and you're like, oh my God, I just feel like I totally know that woman. I know her and I feel like she's my friend. And so that's something. I'm just going to let my cat out. I promise I'll just be a second. Cats will not stop until you give them what they want. Okay, so he's out. Yeah, so because of the, so even, with entrepreneurs and business people are starting to be very attracted to the form of memoir. You know, those who have a book in them and a story to tell, and they want to express themselves that way. They're understanding that, like, that's a way that they can connect with people who would be their customers and their clients too, right? Because people do like to work with people that they know, like, and trust. And so memoir, serves that purpose. It's that, very beautiful way to achieve that kind of connection. So I'm wondering if anyone has any, hi, Sandy. I'm just wrapping up, actually. I just did my first, this is my first Facebook Live ever, and I'm going to do a series of the 12 gifts of memoir. Darla, hi. So what I'm saying is that I'm doing this 12 gifts of memoir, and today is my first Facebook Live ever on my 57th birthday. And the gift, I'll just repeat, is when you write memoir, the writer receives the gift of being heard, understood, and liked. And it's a pretty sweet gift. Yes, I want to thank those of you like Kathy, Charla, Pat, Sandy, and Darla. Thank you so much for being here with me. I've been so like, wow, wound up about doing my first Facebook Live. And if you're watching the replay, would you also give me a comment? Because I will come back and acknowledge you. If you have anything that you want to contribute to the conversation, any insight that you have, just write a few words. It means a lot to me. And so tomorrow I'm going to come back on with the second gift of memoir, and then I'll continue on and for the next 12 days to do the 12 gifts. And then I'm going to share the personal development teaching that I have for you. So that's kind of all I have for today. I want to say goodbye to Grandma Doris, and just repeat the lesson that her very sudden death today has sort of solidified in my mind, that we don't know how much time we have. And if you have a gift in you, if you have a story in you, a message, any kind of a calling, don't wait. Don't wait. We don't know how long we have. Okay. So, yes, bye to Grandma Doris. May love be your way. And thanks for being with me. And I'll see you next time.